Hey everybody, this is your girl Fifi, and welcome back to another live stream. Today's topic, it's another sad topic on, how many stories we have to hear about if I can't have you, no one else can type relationships. We live in today's society where some of us people can be selfish. They feel like they put in too much time in a person and money in a person. They feel like, why end the relationship and let someone else take over and put in the same time and money into a person? In this case, that it seemed like the women end up losing their life because of the men's, deciding to take the person's life. But in this case, this story comes straight out of Georgia. And I'm gonna read the background story, but first things first, like I said, I'm your girl Felicia Michelle. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that big old juicy subscribe button down below. And also don't forget to do what, y'all? Share me out. Share me out. Share your girl out. Share me out on all social media platforms. And like I said, check me out as well. Bigger and better things will be happening on this channel as well, so look forward into that. So let's get into the comments. Let me speak first before we get into the story, okay? First, hold on, let me get to the comment section. Hey, LaTanya. Hey, Lily, thank y'all for coming in. Yes, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button while you in here before we get into the story. What it do, LaTanya? Who else up in here before we get into the story? Hey, Zero, how are you? We meet again. Rub hands together.
I'm pretty good.
Why Siri always got to come up? Greetings, everyone. Yes. Okay, let me see who else is in here from. Gotta say hey to my people that's coming in. Always got to support those that support you. So make sure y'all check out these channels that I'm putting up on the screen as well. Let's get straight into the video. I thought I saw Lori up in here. Yes, there you go. Hey, Lori. Yes, okay, so today we are talking about this lady that lost her life, a beautiful woman at that. She left behind kids. Well, a little boy, but we're gonna get into the story. Now, how the story started is that her name is Kim Mason. She's a 46-year-old woman. She met this dude through Lyft, a Lyft company where it's like Uber or whatever. So she had met this dude off of Lyft. They've been having a relationship and they inform and stuff like that. But she decided that she wanted to end the relationship. And allegedly for what I heard, that she wanted to continue work on the relationship she had with her son's father. But I'm going to read the background story before we get into the news video. And disclaimer, let me see my disclaimer on here, okay? Because YouTube be tripping. Copyright disclaimer under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute. They might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use the tips for the balance in favor of fair use. Okay. Now, like I said, it's straight from out of Georgia. The family of Gwinnett County mom found dead under a home believes she may have met her alleged killer while driving for Lyft, and that she wanted to end the relationship with the two that had formed. The body of Kim Mason, 46, was discovered in a crawl space at home of Tanner's Bridge Road on Tuesday, according to the Barrow County Sheriff's Office. The residence was linked to Adam Hurd, who is now facing several charges in connection to Mason's death. When she stopped communicating and no one could get her on the phone, we immediately knew something was wrong, according to Creole Brady, Mason's brother. And the family went through measure, because you know how when you know that something ain't right if your loved one is not answering the phone, or when you know that someone is missing and you have a gut feeling and you talk to them on a regular basis. okay, this is the same situation that is going through here. The family took upon themselves. Let me get straight to it before I go ahead of myself. Brady told CBS 46 his sister had known her for less than 2 months and likely met him while driving for Lyft. He said the two apparently went on a date Saturday evening. They had a relationship, we found out through her old phone, a correspondence of intimate conversations. Brady said he and his family led authorities to her home after tracking GPS data on his sister's phone. You know how good these iPhone gets, or I think all phones have the GPS tracking system on your phone. I think it's good to have that on your phone just in case something like this happened and you could be easily found. I pray to God that nothing happened to none of y'all or whatever the case may be, but it's good to have the tracking on your phone because his brother used the GPS tracking to find his sister, and which led up to her alleged killer's home, which she was buried under a crawl space underneath his home. The data apparently showed Mason's vehicle parked at Hers home from 6 p.m. Saturday until 3 a.m. Sunday. The vehicle was discovered abandoned at an industrial park later that morning. Once we tracked this one location, we found his name was associated to that property. So we alerted the police, Brady said, which is his brother speaking, or her brother speaking. They went and asked him and confirmed he was the last to see her because he had gone out on a date with her early that day. So it seemed like they barely even knew each other. It's like a fresh beginning to start of a relationship. You know how you go on a few dates and you're trying to figure a person out and you feel like, okay, nah, something's off with this dude. So let's go ahead and cut off ties and cut off with this person. And apparently she did that, and homeboy was like, nah, if I can't have you, no one else can. And you ain't for to leave me to go back to, you know, that type of situation. I hate to say this, but ladies, if you're dealing with a type of situation, because, you know, over here, I'm all about uplifting women, people in general, speaking positivity over here to be encouraged, and also speaking up for what is right, especially if you're in a type of abusive relationship or in the beginning stage of a relationship and you know and you feel like something is off. My best bet for y'all is to leave without telling the person that you want to leave or telling the person that you want to break up from that person regardless, because some people can't handle a breakup. Some people can't handle that, you know, letting go. You know, they feel some type of way. I don't know why it's like that with most men, but it ended up being like that anyway. So let me see what the comment is saying before I go forward. Hey, Dom, YouTube don't care about fair use, unfortunately. Oh, they don't? Oh, I forgot. But yeah. But yeah, just when you feel like you, especially if you're in a long-term relationship and you know if you tell a person that you're gonna leave and you know he gonna do something, just don't say nothing, just pack up and just leave. Okay, and then that have them wondering what's going on. Then eventually tell them later, just change the number, whatever, or to tell them, hey, I'm done, or whatever. Just be far away from that individual. But let me go ahead and pull up the news video. So you can hear more details on the video.
Are you ready?
Hold on, gotta get through the ads.
What turns me on?
Oh, this is.
This is CBS 46 News.
Okay, what in the world?
This is CBS 46 News.
Okay. What I'm doing?
And now at 11, a Stone Mountain mother found buried beneath a home. Tonight, only on CBS 46, Kim Mason's family opening up about her death. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rick Fulbaugh.
And I'm Karen Greer. Relatives say Mason went missing after a date with a man now charged in connection to her death. CBS 46's Zach Summers live in Gwinnett County tonight explaining how authorities knew just where to look. Good evening, Zach.
Good evening, Karen. You know, Kim Mason's family, they knew something was off when they didn't hear from her late Saturday night into Sunday morning. The mama.
Now you know that dealing with a loved one, you'll definitely know if you talk on a daily basis with somebody, say, I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, or whoever the case may be, that you talk to them on a daily basis and they ain't called you and you know something is up. This is exactly why her brother follow up on his sister.
Before lived about 15 minutes from this precinct, and her body was found yesterday in Barrow County.
It wasn't enough to bring her home.
Creo Brady says it was his family who led authorities to this home on Tanner's Bridge Road where Kim Mason's body was found in a crawl space on Tuesday. The family apparently tracked the GPS data from the 46-year-old's phone.
Her vehicle went from a drive somewhere to this guy's residence and stayed there from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. Her vehicle was tossed or abandoned at this industrial park at 4:36 a.m.
The home is linked to Adam Hurd, who's now facing several charges.
That is the monster that decided to take someone's life because he felt the need that he can't let go of, what you call it? Maybe he felt shame, and maybe he felt like he can't let go of disappointment of being, you know, not wanted or whatever. It's just, that's the monster that did the almost thinkable thing to this mother that was found dead in the crawl space.
Charges in connection to Mason's death.
She didn't deserve this.
Brady believes his sister met Hurd while driving for Lyft. He says the two had known each other for less than 2 months, but Mason was ready to break it off to rehab a relationship with her baby's father.
He saw how good she was and he wanted to be selfish and keep her for all. And it was more, I know it was, if I can't have you, no one can.
While the full details surrounding Mason's death are still being investigated, Brady says one thing's certain. His sister's killer ended the life of a woman loved by many, including her 4 children, the youngest.
She has 4 kids. They only show her son, but she has 4 children that this man took away from. She also took away from her brother, her family that loves her, friends, especially 4 little ones. And he was selfishly thinking about himself because he can't have her. He decided to take her life because he knew what type of good person that she was with her family, especially with her kids. Now, if that ain't selfish, I don't know what is. If they ain't disheartened, I don't know what is. Like, what possessed a man to do something like that? And I wish this on no one on this earth. And I wish that this situation like this would stop immediately. If somebody don't want you no more, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, get up, put your big drawers on, big panties on, and accept the fact that you are not wanted. Move on. It's a lot of women, a lot of men out here that they are single, that are ready to mingle and be with you. It's always someone out here on this earth for each and every person on this earth. So why selfishly thinking to take another person's life because you feel a certain way that you decided, if I can't have you, no one else can? And I'm so sick of hearing situations and stories like this and tragic stories like this, especially mothers that are taken away from them kids, and the kids can be probably under the age of 10 or something. You know, I mean, it'd be young kids The mother didn't even have a chance to see their kids grow up. The mother didn't even have a chance to see their kids to have kids of their own, to become a grandparent. The mother didn't even live a full life yet. She's in her midlife. She didn't live a full life yet. And you decide to take that away from her and her family? Like, where they do that at? Like, what possessed a man to think that certain type of way?
Just 4 years old.
He tore a hole in a lot of people's hearts, being selfish, being a coward.
Now, Hurd has not been charged with actual killing Mason. However, investigators say there could be more charges pending the outcome of an investigation. Court records show that Hurd has several past convictions, ranging from fleeing from police to possession of drugs.
So basically, he already got a history dealing with the police enforcement and stuff like that. That's why I say, ladies, when you meet somebody, you need to do your full research on people in general who you meet, because for one, you can't bring anybody and everything around your kids. But let me see what else they got to say.
CBS 46 News.
Hold on. That goes to show you, she met him through Lyft. I don't care if you met your man through Lyft, YouTube, Facebook, blackpeoplemeet.com, Christian Mingle, whatever the case may be. You got to do your research on these people, because these people out here are outright crazy. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat for those that want to come up and give their commentary on here. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can definitely come up and speak on this type of situation, because I am very curious to hear what a woman's standpoint or a man's standpoint behind this type of situation, because I'm really sick of hearing these tragic stories that keeps going on in this day and age. Like, you would think people, look, this has been going on for years. Hold on. Makes me grateful that I've been with Rick for 1,000,000 years. Yeah, this is awful. And she has 4 children. The link is in the chat if anybody wants to come up and speak on your mind. That's why when I make my own commentary on what's going on YouTube with these mothers on YouTube, bigger YouTuber, small YouTuber, whatever the case may be, I can't stress enough that you have to be careful of who you bring your kids around, and protect yourself at all times, because what may look good on the outside ain't always good on the inside. What may look good and sound good through the ears, because a man can speak a good game regardless. What may sound good ain't always good. They could preach a good game to get 1 or 2 out of your panties, or just something that's the usual out of it. Now, I'm not saying all men is the same, because all men is not the same. But you hear more and more of these stories each and every day, especially coming out of Georgia, but it's everywhere. It's every part of the state of the United States. It's all over the world, basically. It's just that maybe I would never understand why men would do such a thing like that, for as taking a woman's life. And you know what? It's women out there that too. I read up a story that happened years ago. Hey, Mr. Wise, that a man allegedly cheated on this girl, and she found out, and they got drunk and high, and she put him in a suitcase. I don't know what made him go in the suitcase, but I guess there was some good drugs or whatever. He got in the suitcase, and she made it seem like they was playing a little game. And it was like one of them duffel bag suitcase, that you roll around, that you use at the airport. He got up in there, she zipped him up. He was like, okay, I can't breathe. Let me out now. And she didn't let him out. She was like, well, you should never cheated on me. She let all her revenge and anger and remorse, she let all that out on him, because he cheated on her with another woman, and he suffocated in a suitcase. So not only men kills women because they feel the need that if I can't have you, no one else can. Women does it also. But my question is when it's going to stop? When y'all gonna start being cowards and just own up the fact that you are not wanted no more by these individuals, and just move on and find you something bigger and better. Okay, it's somebody out there that's better than the next person that you are with. Guaranteed. You just gotta spend time and put in time and effort. If not, be single. What's wrong with loving yourself? Over here, I'm not a self-love specialist or whatever the case may be, but I am promoting self-love around here. What's wrong with just being single and being in love, loving yourself? You ain't got to be with nobody or be in a rush with being with somebody. Take time out for yourself. I don't care if it may take up a year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What happened to self-love? Welcome, Lily, to the stream. Thank you for coming in. How are you?
Hey, Felicia, how are you?
I'm
Hello to
doing.
everybody in the chat. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't see what's being said in the chat or, who's down, but anybody that came in, hello and welcome. But I'm always distracted, but during conversations. But anywho, I just wanted to bring this awareness to the conversation as well. Um It was a story where a girl was going to visit her girlfriend, and she called the lift to pick her up. And normally she was saying that when she, um, called the lift, and they usually, meet her right there in front of the building where her girlfriend lives. But this particular time, she they parked down the street. The lift parked like a block on the next block down, and for whatever reason, she she said that she called them, asking, well, where are you, because she didn't see them. So the person was saying, the driver was saying, I'm right here, walk down where we usually, where I'm usually at, walk down. And she knew in her mind that it was always in front of the building, but for whatever reason this day she decided to walk down. And are we frozen? Okay, because you froze a little bit. Okay, so but for whatever reason, she made the choice to walk down to the vehicle, and it was a black Jeep, and she got inside. And inside that Jeep was another man with a suit on. Well, first of all, the driver was well dressed in a suit. Okay, and it was another gentleman in the back seat. I guess maybe it was going to be one of those share rides or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she noticed, she started to feel like something was wrong. And she said, let me out, let me out. And I guess because she started to panic, the guy did eventually let her out of the vehicle. But that comes to show you that not all the time are we thinking and on point, you know,
Mm-hmm.
without discernment. You have to, when you get that gut, when you know that this is how you usually, get picked up, why would you then go to the next block and allow yourself to get in someone's vehicle that you don't
Right.
know, you know,
If you
whether
feel the
if
need,
it's
yeah.
yeah. So I just wanted to share that story because I was like in and out, from the conversation, and but I knew it was kind of, similar to what you was talking about, because that's we get hurt that way.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself stinking somewhere. So we have to be careful. We
Exactly.
must be careful and follow that inner feeling that you get. If you feel like something ain't right, boogie, okay? Because
Right.
that's what she said she did. She said she got out the car and she ran the rest of the way. She ran all the way home. And that's why I don't get into cabs and stuff to this day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't get myself there, or if I don't get a ride from, somebody I know, you know, I don't get into cabs and lifts and Ubers. I have never caught one before. Well, yes, I have, but it was with my sister and my mom. But I have never done it on my
By
own.
yourself.
Yeah, because my mother was in a situation like that where when she was younger, she got into a cab, and um I guess they took the wrong turn, and she was saying like, well, where are you going? Is this is not towards my destination. And she literally had to get out of that cab and run. She ended up near a creek, like a park in a creek, and she had to literally run all the way to her destination. So, and from her story, from that experience with my mom, I've never taken, a cab or a Uber, Lyft anywhere by myself. Never.
Right, you are that especially when dealing with Lyft or Uber, just always go with somebody. If not, that's trying to find and catch a ride. So I understand some people got to do what they got to do when it comes to their job, and they don't have nobody to take them to their job or whatever. But have your intuition and feel like, and always be alert of your surroundings for one, and also if you feel like you don't need to get in that car, then 9 times out of 10 you don't need to get up in that car. So go by your intuition as well, because God do give you discernment of whether or not that's is of good, and whether it's not if it's of evil. So do not get in if you feel like you don't need to get in. But when it comes to relationship, if you meet somebody that drive Lyft or Uber or off the internet, it don't matter how you meet a person, just do your research on a person. Especially, I think now women should do more background checks on men, and men should do more background checks on women as well, because
On
it's a lot of people
strangers,
it's a lot
period.
of wolves out here in sheep's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think, whether you're male or female, I just think, you need to do more research before make that move, because things are crazy today. And just to think, just like how we say times have changed from back then to now, and you have to be more careful. Well, that situation that happened with my mom was back then. So the same rule still applies. It has nothing to do with back then and today. So, you just have to be careful. And
Exactly.
then what I think what really set her off was, even though she dismissed the fact that he was down the block, I think what really scared her the most is when she seen him dressed up in a suit. You know, I mean, he was clean. You hear me? He was clean, tight, dressed in a suit. And then
Mm-hmm.
for another man to be in the car, with
Behind.
her in that
Right.
ride, sharing that ride. And, she just, after a while, she just let me out. And thank God he did let her out that vehicle, because
Exactly.
them two together, you don't know, or him by
Anything could
himself.
have happened. Right.
Hmm.
Lord
Yep.
said that's right. If you feel that urge to walk away, walk. That fear instinct is there to protect you. Exactly.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
speaking of, don't
So,
forget to follow me on all my social media website. All my links is into this link tree. Just check everything out. Also, get you some Gala gummies. Lily is definitely a witness of the Gala gummies. Joshua, what Gala gummies is definitely the truth. So go get you some and try it out for yourself. Use my promo code Felicia Michelle 1 and get you some Gala gummies, okay?
yeah, just respect the blue ones.
Right? Take the blue ones at night, okay? If you want to relax, get the blue ones
In
at
the
night, okay?
bed. Not just at night, but in the bed.
In the bed. If you ain't got nothing else to do today, go ahead and take it. Whenever your relaxation time, take it. Okay. Don't take it at
Yeah.
work.
Them
Don't take it
golly
while you
gummies is
driving
the
either.
truth. Yup. So that's my little, input with that one. I'll see you guys in the chat.
Okay, I appreciate you for coming up. Thank you. Thank you for coming up. I'm glad y'all came in. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to thumbs up the video for your girl, and don't forget to share me out. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. If anyone else don't have nothing else to say about this story, we can go ahead and elaborate it more if you want to, or if you have your input on another story that you'd like me to cover, DM your girl on Instagram at Life as Felicia Michelle. I don't care what story it is. It could come from Facebook, the news, or what's going on YouTube or whatever. I will cover it. We will have a discussion here on this platform. Like I said, I do anything and everything on this platform. We do live reality, real talks over here, positivity, self-love. Also, I do product reviews, dating life vlogs. I'm a mom of 5, and I do what I do. I mean, nothing is limited over here, and great things are coming in store for us in the future on here. So be on the lookout for that. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on your girl, okay? But yes, check me out. DM me on Instagram at Life at Felicia Michelle if you would like for me to cover any other story. And that's that. Give me a couple of minutes, Felicia, and I'll come up. Oh, okay. All right. Zero about to come up. I'm about to end this thing. I said, well, don't nobody want to come up here today? Okay. I ain't finna pull nobody's legs today now. And there goes the link in the chat if you'd like to come up and elaborate. Also, it's a lot of good channels on here as well. Zero the Infinite has a channel. Don't forget to check him out, subscribe. House of Bling has a channel as well. Don't forget to check her channel out and subscribe to her channel. Who else still on here? Latanya. Hey, Deborah. Look, she came in just in time. Deborah Moser got a channel as well. Thank you for coming in as well. If you're new here, not you, I know you're not new. I'm talking about the people that's coming in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Join on What's the Story that's coming up. I will be editing a video today. Last week was hectic, so I'm gonna edit the video today, and I feel like this is it for me. You know what I'm saying? So you'll definitely see me in another live stream. Like I said, if you would like for me to cover any other story, don't forget to write your girl on Instagram at Life as Felicia Michelle for more story. Hey, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your girl as well. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for joining this live stream. Today, live stream, we are talking about a mother that was found dead in a crawl space in the man's home that she met that was driving Lyft. It's a sad story, but it's also another story that is constantly recreating, but it's different scenarios, different cultures, different race. It's every race that's doing it, basically. So it's like when this type of situation would end. Hey, Kiwi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. She is also a content creator, and I think this person is a content creator as well. Don't forget to link up in the chat as well if you're a content creator. But yeah, it's a sad case. Y'all can rewind the live stream back to get the first beginning of it. I did show the news clip of the situation. It's sad that the brother had to find his sister because he knew something wasn't right. He ended up finding his sister through Google Maps GPS and ended up finding her vehicle located on his property. And the property is in the man's name that she met. They went on a few dates, but she decided she didn't want to make it work with him. So she ended it, but he didn't like it. So he took her life. She left behind 4 beautiful children, family members, parents, and her brother, loved ones, friends, and family out here that love and adore her. So it's sad that her life was ended at 46. She has some young kids as well. She didn't get a chance to see her kids to grow up and be parents, or they only have grandkids. So it's just a sad situation. But I'm just waiting on Zero to come up so he can give his male point of view on this situation, and then we will chop it up. Good on the brother for looking into so hard to find her, right? Because you would think the law enforcement will do more work in there, but they always say they're doing some work, and they take a forever and a day to find somebody. But like you said, Laura, her brother took upon himself to search for her. Like, he knew something ain't right. And thank God for GPS. I just want to say it's good to have the tracker on you and on your phone, no matter what's going on. But she was easily to be found, and I cannot imagine how her life has ended for her to be ending up in a crawl space under a home. I don't know what was going through that man's mind at the moment, but I'm quite sure when the court date's going, they have not charged him for the murder yet, but that was like 4 days ago. This happened this past Tuesday. This is a recent story. So I would like to, when the story unfolds more, when they go to court and sentence him, stuff like that, if he ever speaks, 9 times out of 10, the killer never speaks about what was going on in his mind. They play sanity. They play like they going crazy, or they just don't say nothing at all and have no remorse. So we would never know, but it's just sad for her to end up that way. Yes, if you'd like to take the host up on her offer link, it's up and it's pinned up in the chats. Follow me on all my social media sites: Facebook, Felicia Michelle; Instagram, Life as Felicia Michelle. And don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube as well. Hey, Zero, how are you?
Oh. Hey, Felicia.
What it do? What it do?
Yeah. I mean, like, stuff like this is like, I think I wrote it earlier, like it's like hearing stuff like that, like, be like the reasons like why I wouldn't even think about like bringing a female to my house to at least know about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I mean, even if you don't do nothing like that streamers did, like, heard stories of women going there, destroying people's property, like, or causing trouble and getting you kicked out of your place. I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
I'm gonna give it 2 years at least. They give me some time to kind of get to know, fill out their crazy and that. I mean, truthfully, all the way crazy, but just see like how crazy she is. She like psychotic, may need some therapy, or just like, yeah, she crazy, not really that crazy, but
right, because like according to the story, like they went on a few dates. They it seemed like they barely even knew each other for her to go to his home or whatever. But like I said, I'm just tired of hearing cases like this, to be honest. I'm curious to know your standpoint on what you may think, because like I said, you will never know unless we're in the killer's shoes, but we're not going to wood. But what possesses a man or a woman to take someone's life selfishly because they feel like if they can't have it, no one else can?
I would say it's probably that's my opinion, but like probably like one or two things. One, either they're not you, either they probably been rejected so much that they take their anger out whenever if they get rejected, and it's probably like, oh well, I'm not gonna get rejected again, so if you're gonna leave this, not gonna leave this time, it's gonna be over with,
Right. So rejection, that's the word I was looking for. Rejection.
Yeah. Or this person could be like a actual narcissist, and like, and like even if if he's done with it, he's so petty that he's not gonna let nobody else have. I mean, it's one of those two things. My opinion.
Right. So it's rejection, and it's something else that I'm not getting. You know what I'm saying? It's something else that they feeling as well to possess them, to snap like that.
I mean, I would say jealousy, but I'm not sure if that if it's not even just that. But
So that plays a part in it as well.
yeah. But like as far as
know somebody that long, and so for you not to know somebody that long, jealousy and rejection.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it must be like this person ain't, probably not even, probably not even used to being long relationship. That probably, I mean, that relationship probably was long to him, and he's like, oh, well, you just gonna leave me like that? And it's kind of crazy like that. And I mean, it's kind of, I mean, and it's kind of funny, like there are these group of dudes that complain about women all day, saying they they done with them or they go and whatever, and like you hear like the rhetoric they say, it's like sound like they really want to harm these women. So I'm like, I mean, could possibly on that type of stuff like it, but they claim that we just look for good women and we want women that'll submit to us, and then when women come up there that fits what they're saying, they say, oh, well, you're faking it, and even when they agree when they're still trying to argue with fight against their point and then chase them off. I'm like, didn't y'all say that's what y'all wanted? But then when they came,
when they get it, don't know how to handle a good one, right?
Well, not even so much that. It's so much that they so stuck in. They so stuck in their anger that like even when somebody come and show them what they've been claiming they've been missing, and I mean like far as like content creators that promote this like they don't want that to happen anyway because they mess up their money, But like when they see a woman who's actually decent, who actually wants to work with the men and all that, they find any little reason to attack her and chase her off of there, because if you have a woman that's fitting what they're saying, fit what they claim they want, it's like there's no more excuses. So in order for these content creators to keep these type of people happy, and I mean that's the same thing going on the female side too, but
Lord said a lot of these people, when you look back into their childhood, they were abused severely.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who was always beat to the extreme, and his life today shows it. It's really sad. It's not an excuse if you're abused, but I think something in them breaks, and they don't think they are like normal people. They could play a part in it as well, Lord. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, that could play a part too, and I mean, like as far as like hearing about on YouTube, like when you hear these kind of crazy, like really, like get into a real deep conversation about it, you start figuring out like, oh, these dudes they got rejected in in childhood, and they didn't know how to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
So now they grow up, not even knowing how to actually deal with this, so they kind of become like socially awkward and whatnot. And it's, it's kind of sad to see that. And the other thing is like, it's okay, it's fine. You want to get your egg out, whatever. But the fact is that you're spreading this to like the younger generation who hadn't even really had a chance to experience this. So now you're spreading this poison to them which like if they probably had never even heard of any of these dudes, like any of these people talking, like male or female, hear any of these folks, spitting their hatred and their anger and all that, they probably been all right. They probably been on some normal relationships right now.
Right.
But this is what happened. And it's like the fun thing about it, this is actually the minority of people that feel this way. But the thing about it is, at a platform like YouTube, getting enough people following you, it seems like the majority.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this one quick before we go into detail. If you would like to get your blinged out Starbucks cup, and it's a beautiful detail Starbucks cup, your girl Lily, the one that was up here on the screen from House of Bling, and here goes her channel name as well. She will definitely DM her. Lily, go ahead and put your link in the chat, and also put your email address for where they can get a Starbucks cup. And she does it well. I've been having this cup for a good minute now, and none of these crystals have fallen off. And she used Swarovski crystals and some good crystals on here that's still sticking on here. And I don't wash this cup out and everything, and it's still like how I got it. So take a look at this detail. If you would like a Starbucks cup, a blinged out Starbucks cup, hit your girl up, Lily from House of Bling. That's in the chat. Now go ahead.
Bling, bling, bling. Every time you see your cup, you gonna see it bling, bling. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's the majority, and like as far as like we say, like police don't really take that seriously. Be like too late. Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that police, will take that time to get like certain cases because they really don't want to deal with it. Because I remember like some time ago, I think as a matter of fact, I think it was like 2008 when they kind of had like the whole recession thing. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was walking back on, and there was these white guys asking like where to work at, and I didn't know at the time that it was called that like say where to work at was asking like where I can get some drugs. I'm like, because I don't sell it, I don't deal with that, so of course I wouldn't know it. I had to have a like contact because after I'm thinking they talking about jobs in recession. Okay, well you might probably find jobs downtown, so I work down there. So I guess one of them got mad, got out the car. And oh yeah, well you give me a number of one of those jobs. I mean, and I knew right there like something was off. I was like trying to walk away, and then I guess he got a cheap shot. I turned around, but I mean, it didn't even really hurt me. I was like, oh, I said, did he just hit me or something? And then he did it again. So okay, cool. And that was when I kind of gave him combo. It was really fast. I whooped anybody ever. It was like 30. I believe it was like 30 seconds before he just backed off. But before I hit him enough, he backed off. And then he tried to call me the N-word, which I wasn't even really mad about it because I'm like, I just whooped you. I'm not. You're not gonna make it bad. Like you just got whooped. Why would I get upset about that? So like when he they got in the car, I guess with fight, I guess like my hat went off, and he took my hat, and I was gone. I was away from Lee, like, oh, I'm taking, he took my hat and got in the car and drove off, and then I did what my neighbors like knew, like I told her what happened, like, oh yeah, well you want to come? Because I mean I ain't really care about cop police because like I mean I ain't really no victim because I just whooped the guy that tried to attack me. So like, but I think like, well, let me go do the right thing and call police. Like might go on somebody else. Okay, so we did that, and I think we waited about like 30 minutes before they even decided to come. And then they talking about, oh, well, there was a car that was fitting the description of what I was of the car that they was driving. Well, when we came early, but we had a video on this one, and we had to go and search that and all that, give all the excuses, whatever. And then when I told him what happened, he was like, oh, well, you sure you're not selling it? I'm like, really? I'm like, no, if I did, why would I call you? Right. It's like a dumb question that like it's a stupid question. Like if I was actually selling drugs, why would I call police? That don't sound right. But it was just crazy. And I'm like, I mean, of course they didn't I mean, they didn't get. I mean, they didn't go after the guy, but I did see him on TV, like maybe like a couple months later, and with his face all over. I thought like, well, maybe police did it to him, and when I looked more and more into it, I found out he actually got arrested that very night. So I'm like, well, I probably could have. I think I might have did that to him because I did hit him. I did hit him on the face earlier. So, but he did. I mean, he did get locked up trying to break into somebody's house. So it was just, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably actually the last fight I got into, and that was like probably like 8 or 9 years ago. So yeah, but yeah. The police don't ever come out because I remember another time like when I was in my grandma's neighborhood, and I think it was like a whole gang shootout or something like that, and of course after the gang shootout and all that, I'm trying to give them information because I'm like, yeah, I want to catch them, and of course police always come after the shooting's done with. And then they act like they gonna solve some, act like they gonna try to catch them. They didn't even care at that time. But they sure cared when they about to start building some condos over there. That's when they started start really fighting crime. That's when they want to start getting gang members out there, when they start seeing some properties about to get built over there.
Right.
I'm like, okay. Oh, so y'all say, hey, we're gonna do it when we ask y'all to come do it. But when y'all when the property get built over there, and other folks told you to go do it, oh y'all didn't hesitate. That's. I mean, I'm sure there's probably good cops. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some good cops there, but a lot of times, like neighborhoods, police ain't gonna, especially like the hood, they not coming.
Right, or they're not gonna do their job properly, like they're supposed to. It takes for the family to go through and follow up on their own searches and stuff like that. That's what happened, but I get what you're saying. I like that though.
Yeah, and I remember I heard this thing like when there's like a missing person report, like police tell you to wait like 24 hours, something like that. You actually don't have to wait 24 hours. You can report it as soon as possible. That's actually a lie. They're just too lazy to go looking for somebody. That's why they tell you that.
Exactly, especially when it comes to the missing kids cases report. It's a lot going on. I don't. It's like you gotta wait 24 hours before you say they missing or whatever. It could be a runaway, whatever the case may be. But your child is gone. Your child don't do no runaways stuff like that. It's like the more time you sit and waited on to find somebody, the less time you're gonna find them alive or stuff like that, or finding them in a certain predicament where you gotta revive them. It's like waste time looking for somebody where you can just go ahead out there and go look and assume that they ran away, whatever. Just like that boy case that we ran over here a while back on my live stream. How he had this friend that came and picked him up, and his mom picked him up in the car, or whatever, and all of a sudden he came up dead, but his mom reported him missing. And they say you gotta wait 24 hours. So for file a missing report, he could have ran away or went to a football game, but she know her child been gone. Like, how you gonna tell a parent that your child the parent knows where their child at?
Yeah. It's like I said, I just found out a few days ago that you don't have to wait 24 hours. Like you can fill that report out right now. Like, and if they tell you like 24 hours, insist on, getting a report filled out because you don't have to wait 24 hours. I mean, if you suspect someone is missing, you go and you file a report immediately.
Right. Hey, Raymond.
Don't let the police tell you that like you gotta wait 12 hours. That is not a rule.
Right. But they've been doing that for years though.
Yeah. A
long time.
Yeah. That's the thing about it. Yeah, you gotta insist on it because they will try to tell you that. But yeah, it is not a rule, it's not a procedure. They just doing that because they just don't want to go out there look for somebody. Yeah, go out look for somebody. Yeah, and I mean it's possible like child could be dead or could be taken out to human trafficking or something like that because I mean that happens. And like one of my elders, she'd actually went through the whole human trafficking thing, at 12. So like
Who?
One of my elders.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only heard the story once, like out of all the time I knew her. She's only told that story once, like it was crazy. And like from what I heard of, sometimes police in on it.
Yeah, you're right about that. Because it's money involved.
Yeah.
Money, and they keeping it under the rug and just hush, and they know exactly what it is. They just the corrupt system.
Yeah, I mean, either the cops are in it taking money, or they might actually want to go get them, but they probably told from someone up top like you can't go do it, or we gotta let this person go because he know these people or something like that. Because I mean, you hear about it like in Hollywood and all different types of places. You especially hear a lot about Hollywood, like where they'll say they have like this whole human trafficking ring there, doing all that, and it'd be like children, and I think I heard one case like where like Chris Stokes like had like a girl that was taken from her family. They groomed her and then married her to Marquez Houston.
And that was true.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she was missing. She was a missing child, and that was actually her. Like they just changed her. I mean, her look has changed a bit, but if you look at the pictures, that's her.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I'm going to look into that.
That's why. I mean, of course, they try to deny it and try to act like that ain't what it is. But the thing about it is, it's like you kind of look at certain things, like with certain movies and everything like that. They put her as like I think like either a sister or something like that. You can see her name in there somewhere, and I'd be like, why is her name in there? She ain't even in it.
Lily said my nephew we thought was missing. Put our own flyers, right? Because I think time is precious. You don't want to waste time, especially dealing with a missing person case.
Of course not.
You gotta act on it quick.
Right.
The time you waste, the delicate time of the state of the person may be. So don't waste no time. Do your own search party or whatever, and then whenever the police come involved to do theirs, you already done had yours, and you can just tell them what y'all did already. Just like the brother did in the story, he did his own search party, did a GPS tracking on her vehicle and her phone. If it wasn't for that, I don't think they would have ever found her. But see, things happen for a reason. It's a good thing she had a tracker. I hate that she lost her life over something senseless, but hey, it's just crazy. Just always protect yourself at all times, ladies and men as well. Do more research on the people that follow upon.
I mean, it ain't even like so much, research. Just like asking the right questions.
Right? Yeah, asking the right questions is part of research.
Yeah, because some people, even though they might not do nothing, if like they find out you do like a background check on them, they could probably look at you like, well, why you do a whole background check on me?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like, okay, well, because even though you were doing it to make sure everything out good, it just kind of like, some with like some cases be like, kind of looks odd, like, yeah, you would have said, but it'd be like, okay,
right.
Yeah. Now in this case, like, they ain't know each other long, so
right.
shouldn't have been that close anyway. But as far as that, like, yeah, I mean,
You can be knowing somebody for years and still don't really know them.
Yeah, that's true.
Still stuff will end up happening,
Right.
Marriages like that, end up tragic stories like this. The husband killed the family and himself, or he killed the family because of a mistress. And they be knowing each other for years, so it's just
I'm pretty sure that. I mean, it's like if you pay attention long enough, like there will be red flags that will pop up. You probably say, oh, we ain't really much of that, but they probably already there. Just didn't see them, or didn't pay attention to it.
Right. And shout out to the people that's still here. Thank you for still being here, and then everyone in the chat. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Your way in. Share me out. Share me out. Share your girl. I guess we could go ahead and end the live if Zero don't have nothing else to say. We could be here all day.
I think we said enough because I don't want to go too long. I want people to kind of watch it.
Oh, right. Me. Yeah, you're right, because our time of this, if they watch 30 minutes of it. But I think it's a good commentary. Well, thank you. I appreciate you for coming up and always showing support for our channel as well. Don't forget to check Zero the Infinite out on his channel. He also has a channel as well. Don't forget to show love for him. Show love for House of Bling. Don't forget to show love for Leaders Way. Don't forget to show love to Kiwi. She's also a creator as well. What to do, Kiwi? Ooh.
Hey, Kiwi.
Who else on here? Deborah Mosley. And
Hey, Deborah.
And don't forget to check out This Is Latanya Yvette. Trying to see who else was on here before I get up off of him. Because, people be like, and amount of time. Anyway, I don't know who this person is, but I don't know if they got a channel. Just look them up. I don't know how to say their name, but look them up. Thank you for coming in and supporting and showing love. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new as well. Mr. Wise has a channel as well. Who else up in him? I know Dominic B came through. What it do? He said hey to Zero. That was earlier. But I think that's everybody I covered on him, right?
I think so.
But thank y'all for being here long enough to the end. I really, really do appreciate y'all. Until next time, you will see me in another live stream. Like I said, if you want me to cover another topic, hit your girl up in the DMs on Instagram at Life as Felicia Michelle.
And go down in the DMs.
Talk about it.
Down in the DMs.
Go down in the DM. Bye, y'all. Peace.
All right. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
See y'all later.